And good evening and welcome to Clarion Area High School. Tonight it is Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Wrestling here on the EYT Media Network. Mike Kalinowski tonight alongside Kenn Staub. We also got our favorite guy Tyler Oakes over there on the controls this evening. Tyler was busy getting everything set up before. We should have some great shots for you tonight as we bring wrestling for you for the first time this season on the air here at EYT. And I'll tell you what, Ken, been looking forward to this for a little while now as we get set for this match. Clarion comes in undefeated on the season. Redbank at 8-6 overall. Clarion at 10-0. Crowd.
Yeah, this place is packed tonight. It's as full as I've seen it for wrestling all season long, and I've been to every home match this year, and it's really nice to have this crowd. And judging by their reaction to the junior high match, they were very enthusiastic. So I expect the same tonight once the big boys get out there and start hammering away.
Yeah, these are big wrestling fans too. Of course, Central Clarion, the conglomerate of Clarion Limestone, North Clarion, I believe Keystone too is in that as well. Redbank Valley comes in this season, so Clarion really off to a fantastic start on the wrestling year so far. And, this is one of those teams that has been kind of mowing its way through the league.
Yeah, this is the biggest Clarion team they've had in the past couple years. Under Lee Weber, they started, 3 years ago, there were 5-6 guys. Now Braun has a whole room full of guys. He's able to fill all the weight classes, which is a huge advantage. And they have some quality kids in here in their lineup. So, and being able to fill the weight class and putting some real quality wrestlers out on the mat, that's boded well for Clarion all year long. They could have the potential of running the table.
Well, and again, too, it's so nice you see these schools. And you were talking about numbers problems for Clarion years ago. Well, when you're able to get those co-ops together and start to bring these kids together, really shows you what a co-op can do. And it gives these kids many more opportunities. And in this case for Central Clarion, has certainly put them on the map of wrestling this season.
Well, one of the things, I talked to Braun preseason, and one of the things Braun mentioned is he thinks they've got a few more kids this year because they're wrestling for Central Clarion. They are not wrestling for Clarion.
Yep.
And the co-op, the name, just like for the football team, better reflects the team. I mean, you have kids coming down from Keystone. Just school pride would tell you don't necessarily want to wear Clarion, you're doing it. But this Central Clarion has sort of unified it, and I think it's better representative of who they are. Plus, you went to sort of a neutral color scheme. You went to the blue and orange like the football team, and I think that was a great move.
Well, and you can certainly see the fruits of the labors there, and we're getting set tonight. We're going to bring you the senior night. Going to bring as much as we can, and hopefully we'll be able to hear as the seniors come on the different announcements that they'll have here tonight. And they're starting to talk down there on the mat. I don't know if we can bring some of that audio to you.
They're also recognizing the elementary school wrestlers, which to me, that's a big deal in growing the sport. Give these kids some recognition because wrestling isn't an easy sport.
And you can see the kiddos coming out here, an exciting time for them, getting a chance to run out on the big mat. The only thing up here, it's really hard to pick up the PA system here at Clarion. And they're having these wrestlers come out. And, we got some shots of them up here. We'll have some shots of them down there as they continue to come out. And like you said, Ken, in any program, doesn't matter what the sport is, you got to get kids involved and get them to enjoy the sport and love it. And the earlier you can get kids involved, too, the better, because they really learn it better. And by the time they get into high school, and if you have a good, solid program, good, solid coaching along the way, it's how you really build things.
Yeah, what you have to remember is it trickles up. And Redbank, they have a lineup of 30 kids at the varsity level, and that trickles up from the junior high. And I think Clarion's really, over the past several years, emphasized that junior high program, and now it's starting to pay off for them. You see more kids out for junior high, it just bumps everything up.
And you see them continuing to come out, a lot of wrestlers. And one of the things this year, too, next week, we're going to bring you something new, and it's something that's taken off and really taken the PIAA by storm. We're going to have a girls match for you next week. And that really has been something different and really has become very popular.
Girls wrestling is one of the fastest growing sports in the United States, if not the fastest. And, some of these girls can get after it. We just watched a junior high match where it wasn't a girls match, but Iris Reeds for Redbank Valley. She got out there, and, she's performed. Like I said, I think that was the toughest match I've seen her wrestle this year. But it's very popular. Redbank, Mike Kundick has always had girls on his team. Yeah. For the past several years, he's had girls in the lineup. And I think Redbank, if anybody, it was a natural extension. And Kerwinsville was the first D9 school to sanction wrestling, and they did that 2 years ago, I believe, girls wrestling. So now they're going to have their own PIAA sanctioned state tournament, going to run concurrent with the boys. So we're tapping into something I don't think a lot of fans have seen, or some of the casual fans not aware of. But it's Mike Kundick, the Redbank Valley coach, used to always tell me, Ken, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming, and this year he said, "Well, it's here."
It's here. Yeah, and it's like we said, really gaining popularity. I know I teach over at Commodore Perry High School in Mercer County, and we have a few girls that have joined the team because of that. And I know that Kevin Drew and the guys over there are really trying to build that female program. And but what I really like too is it gives these girls another opportunity in another sport to participate and to really excel. Yeah.
And, I talked to the Redbank Valley girls coach, Ben Carrillo. And, Ben is excited. He wrestled for Redbank Valley. He's a good teacher. I was on Facebook this evening, and I saw a video clip, and those girls were in the wrestling room working out even before practice had officially started. They were in there going at it on their own. And I think, not everybody's a basketball player. Or so I think it gives another outlet for females to participate in athletics.
Well, and we see, a couple of weeks ago I had a chance to do the the spirit competition over at Keystone, and that's predominantly a female sport, but you do have the mixed groups with the men, and where they're doing all the big flips and all that stuff. So they, you see traditional girls things like that in those sports, but I think wrestling again gives them just one more opportunity, and I think it's just absolutely fantastic. So we'll see next week. We'll have that match coming to you from Redbank Valley High School. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a little something different, and I think we're going to have. I think we'll have some pretty good interest as folks will want to tune in for that one.
Well, the one thing I think we can say about that, too, is, not that it shouldn't need hype, but that will be the first official D9 girls dual meet.
Yep.
It'll be the first one in history. I know Redbank's going to wrestle a tri-meet, but they're not wrestling any D9 schools. This will be a D9, and it'll be the first, and I think that's just great.
Well, and so you're going to have your name on it. We'll have Kenn Staub right on there. So I'm looking forward to all of that. And they continue to introduce the young kids here. Boy, look at the number of kids down there on that mat that are participating in this youth wrestling. And that's just fantastic to see.
And that is one full. I don't know if you've ever been into the wrestling room down here, but that's a full wrestling room with all those kids.
I know. We have our school is in a co-op with Lakeview, so a lot of times our kids will varsity team might be wrestling or working out at Lakeview that day, and I'm always walking out of school at about 3:15 or so. When these young kids are down in our wrestling room, we have to go by there to go out. But let me tell you what, I told the one coach on Friday, these kids were bouncing off the walls, just ready to go. And I looked at him, I said, how can they have that much energy after school? And he looked at me and goes, it's every day. It doesn't matter. He goes, but it's a lot of fun, and I know they enjoy it. And, so there we go. There's our youth. We'll be getting ready now for the introductions of the seniors, and we may just talk about them as they come out.
First out of the seniors is Josh Beal. Josh Beal is a Keystone student, been 4 years at the varsity level. Josh is actually having his best season to date. He's 29-9. He has placed in all the tournaments he's wrestled this season, the highest being at the beginning of January at the D9 Wrestling League. Josh is going to go to Slippery Rock. I talked to his dad before the match. Josh is going to Slippery Rock, and he is going to major in athletic training.
Okay.
Caden Ferguson's next up. Caden is out of CL. Caden's 10-11 this year. What's nice about Caden is Caden's been hurt the past 2 years. So Caden's finally getting to show what he can do on the mat. He's finished 5th in the tournament this year, and he's finished 8th in Mercer just a couple weeks ago. So it's nice getting to see Caden wrestle.
Nice hand for Caden there.
Okay, next up we have Colton Keel. Colton is 6-9. He is a CL student. At the D9 Wrestling League tournament at the beginning of January, he placed 8th. So a real good showing for Colton Keel.
There you go. You can hear he wants to become a missionary. He did say graduate first, then missionary. That's
right.
Always important.
Okay, next up is Jaden Sheftick. This is Jaden's first year. She's a Clarion student, and she has yet to win a match this year, but she's out there giving it her all. I have seen her in action.
There you go. So future plans there are in the Air Force for her. Always like to hear what they're up to, like what they want to be doing, and so we kind of have a whole gamut here.
Okay, now we have Rudy Shetler. Rudy Shetler is a Keystone student. This is his first year on varsity. He has a 9-13 record. For his first year, he's acquitted himself well. At the D9 Wrestling League tournament at the beginning of the year, he finished 7th. And at Mercer, just a couple weeks ago, he finished 7th. So good job to Rudy. Okay, next up we have a Clarion student, Seth Weckerly. Seth, this is his 3rd year on varsity. He has a 13-11 record. At the Mercer tournament a week ago, he finished in 7th. Seth has been filling in a lot when Logan Powell was injured at the beginning of the year. So Seth has seen a good deal of mat time this year.
Oh, another Air Force.
Yeah. Up we go.
Into the wild blue line yonder, right?
My brother he retired from the Air Force. Okay, the last wrestler is Brendan Wright. This is Brendan's 2nd year. He's 18-14. He finished 6th at the D9 League tournament and 5th at Mercer. Now, I know Brendan is planning to continue his wrestling career at Penn State Behrend.
All right, so he's moving on. There you go. You were right on top of that one. Actually, fantastic job, Ken.
Well,
right there, and had some really interesting things about each of those wrestlers.
What do they say about a blind squirrel? Every once in a while, he finds an acorn.
You found several tonight. You did a fantastic job. So there you go, the seniors down there, and we'll have some warm-ups going on here momentarily, so we'll take a timeout. We're going to come back out here to Clarion High School. The big match will be starting up here, in about 5-10 minutes, and so we'll have that for you. And again, tonight we are at Clarion High School, and we have Luton's Wrestling here on for you. It's Redbank here at Central Clarion. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll pause a couple minutes here and come back with more. It's Luton's Wrestling on the EYT Media Network.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
Are you ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than ShopTeamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at ShopTeamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. ShopTeamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. So let's talk about your needs of today and your plans for tomorrow. Let's talk if you're looking to update your home, expand your business, finance equipment, or establish a line of credit. Let's talk about making your dreams a reality at any one of our 4 locations in Clarion, New Bethlehem, Reimersburg, and Franklin. Clarion County Community Bank. There is a difference.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an international Diamond Ed certified service department. As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Ed Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIP.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services: hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. serving residential, commercial, industrial, and local municipalities throughout Western Pennsylvania. Exceptional service, exceptional quality. That's Hager Paving of Strattonville. Call 814-764-5080. That's 814-764-5080 for Hager Paving.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Brookville Equipment's always been well known in the community as a great local employer.
Very family-oriented company. Brookville has a really great benefits plan here.
We're pretty diverse in what we do, from mining to streetcars to locomotives.
We're helping the infrastructure of the country.
Medical insurance, dental, vision, competitive wages, paid time off.
It's an opportunity. It's something that you can enjoy doing.
And you can apply right through our website.
I chose MPRC because it was great to have a local, affordable option here in northwestern Pennsylvania. I live in this community and I wanted to stay in this community.
Learn more at discovernprc.org.
Hi, my name is Jason and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
And welcome back here to Clarion High School. We're getting set for the varsity match tonight as Redbank here at Central Clarion. The Wildcats and the Bulldogs getting set to do battle. Mike Kalinowski, Kenn Staub with you. We have Tyler Oakes over there on the computer tonight. And so far, he's been actually pretty well behaved. I think he's afraid of Kenn.
Well, I do tower over him right now with my seat.
Well, and he's one of those guys you never show weakness because he'll come right at you. Well, Kenn, getting ready for this one tonight. Two teams, Clarion doing fantastic this season, 10-0. Redbank at 8-6 overall, not having the season that they really wanted, but still a force. And when these two teams meet, and you can tell by the crowd, as we talked about earlier, when they get together, it's always going to be a battle down there on the mat. 2
years ago, Clarion beat. It was Clarion at the time. Clarion beat Redbank on the last match of the evening. Josh Beal got a pin, and Clarion won. Last year, Redbank Valley won down at Redbank Valley. So Clarion's going to look for revenge. And I know I've talked to Mike a lot, Mike Kundick, the coach at Redbank. He has a very young team, and he's confident that this team is going to be good in years to come. But right now, what you're watching is a team cutting their teeth at the varsity level. And I've watched this team now for 2-3 years, and I can look at individual wrestlers and I can say, oh my gosh, you're so much better than you were last year. And it's kind of nice to see some of these kids develop.
And that's certainly what it takes. And it's always, and we talked about even at the college level, almost like every year it's like a rebuilding year when it comes to high school sports and college sports and things like that. And again, why it's so important to have those large numbers come up, because a lot of times too you don't have, as kids get into high school and things, they get different interests and things like that. So the larger numbers really help, because it whittles down at some point to the kids who are truly interested in staying into the sport.
Well, and I don't think what a lot of people miss about wrestling is wrestling, the matches are one thing, but where wrestlers really make progress is in the off season. I mean, like Logan Powell, for instance, and Mason Gorley, they wrestle all summer long, and they wrestle freestyle. And that's where you really start to develop as a wrestler, because you can't just turn it on for the season, and that's true for any sport. You can't just turn it on for the 90 days to 3 months that constitutes the season and expect to be successful. You have to continually work and work and work. And that can be fatiguing in wrestling, which wrestling, let's face it, you're basically fighting.
Yeah.
And it can be fatiguing for any sport.
And it's one of those things too. We talked. It may seem strange to associate. I mentioned before we did that cheer competition for the PIAA for District 9 a few weeks ago. That's one of the things that that the young lady that was with me announcing said. She goes, just like with that competitive cheer, you can't stop for a week. You can't stop for a couple weeks, take a rest, and come back, because you almost have to start all over again. And that, you see that with wrestling. You see that with other sports. You see that, and like you said, in almost anything, you can really never let your guard down. Now, one thing about high school athletes, sometimes they might play football, then they'll go wrestle, or they'll play football, go play basketball, but they're still staying athletically competitive, and they're still doing something to keep themselves in shape and in that play form.
And I think a small school, when you have success in one sport, it sort of bleeds off other sports. And I think you do see that a certain extent in as far as wrestling goes, because they're desirable on the football field because they're tough. And,
And you do see that a lot of times. Look at those Kerwinsville teams for years, and Brookville teams, and Brockway, and all of the different places like that here at Clarion when it was just Clarion, and now with Central Clarion. You look at those kids that are multiple sport players, and a lot of them are on the football field.
Right.
And I know a lot of coaches like to see that in their players, to play something after the season, to keep going. But certainly wrestling builds that fortitude. I was talking to my students, too, the other day, and I said, when it comes to all of the different sports, and I'm a sports fan, I really love high school sports a lot, but I said there isn't a sport like wrestling, because even though you have a team score and things like that, in basketball you got 4 other guys out there with you, and you can mess up and things can happen. In football you got 11 guys that are out there fighting with you. In wrestling, it's you and the other guy on the mat. There's no excuses. There's nothing but you going out there and just doing whatever it is you have to do to win that match.
My oldest son, who wrestled, and his very first year, he came to the sport late. His very first year on varsity, he lost every match. I shouldn't laugh, but he did. And he got some serious butt kickings at times. But the guts that it took to just go out there, and it was you. I mean, I have to give the kid all the credit in the world, because it's a team in name, but when it comes down to it, it's only you out there.
Yep, and that's what makes it so unique. With all the different team sports that you have, that one-on-one aspect of it. And I always liked it. I always said in basketball, I could always blame one of the other guys. Oh, he didn't throw me the ball when he should have, or this. You can't do that here. It's mano a mano. So coming up here, about 4 minutes away from the start of this one, and why don't we take one more quick timeout. We'll pause about a minute or two, and we'll come back out to Clarion High School. Get set up tonight. It's Redbank here at Central Clarion Luton Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Wrestling. It's all right here on the EYT Media Network.
A division of M&B Group is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Looking for a new Bobcat tractor? Northeastern Equipment Sales and Rentals has inventory on the lot, ready to be loaded up so you can get to work on tough jobs. Check out Bobcat of Clarion at 1214 East Main Street in Clarion.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
We are bringing college to rural Pennsylvania. We're helping people that didn't have a college option before. And the way we do that is through dedicated faculty and student services team and through technology, so that people that didn't have that option before now have that option.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
All right, welcome back out to Clarion High School. Tonight it is Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. High school wrestling here on the EYT Media Network. You're getting set here for Redbank Valley and Central Clarion, the Wildcats and the Bulldogs. It'll be a cat and dog fight tonight here at Central Clarion. They got the light ready to go, and we talked earlier, one of the few schools still that do this. It's kind of a thing of bygone times almost with that big central light. They keep that tradition going.
And I remember when I went to high school, we didn't go to high school in this area, but we wrestled, and that was pre-halogen days. And you'd be out there in the middle of the mat, and it'd be the hottest place on earth, not only because of what you were doing, but because of that light shining down on you.
So the team the introductions will be starting here, and we'll have the anthem coming up. Even though times change, they like to stick with some of that tradition. It's always nice to see.
And it looks like right now, I don't know who's going to be competing, but this is going to be an exhibition match.
Okay, we'll see if we do get a notification on this one.
Yes.
Of course, things change as the match goes on, and Ken has it set up where we're going to get a text as to who's wrestling who.
It's going to be Colton Keel against Hayden Kennemuth.
So Keel against Kennemuth. Take a look here.
Keel is a senior, 6-9 on the year. Kennemuth is a freshman. He is 0-2. So nice to see Colton getting some action on senior night. nice to see Peyton getting some experience on a mat, especially in front of this many people.
Working here up to the far side. That's Keel on top right now. Tries to flip him. Can you jump right in? Because you know all the isms and stuff here with wrestling. I'm good at throwing and diving. And
Peyton right now is working on a power half. He's going to have some. Once he gets Keel broken down is when he can really have some success and run that power half. Keel thinking about turning in. Believe it or not, the thing you want to do when somebody gets this on you is you want to turn your head in. Now, looks like Kennemuth got a little high. Keel able to get the reverse, slips the leg in. Going to go with double boots now. He's setting himself up perfectly for a bar. He has Kennemuth broken down flat on the mat. He has control of the legs. He's forcing that bar into a power half. Now he just got to stretch him out.
Let's see him trying to turn him there.
Yeah, it looks like he's got 3 back points already. He exposed the back just long enough. He has 6 seconds to work with. Plenty of time in wrestling.
Official right down there. There's the pin.
Oh,
right at the buzzer.
It's going to be interesting to see. In college, I know this would get appealed. They would show a replay of this, but this is not college.
Boy, wow.
A pin in 2 minutes. That would be the official score. Pin 2 minutes.
So Keel and Kennemuth.
Okay, now it looks like they're going to announce the roster.
So we'll give a listen here, too, and we'll work on ours as Kenn will continue to get updates, too.
Yep, our man down there, credit out to Mikey LaFay, one of the junior high assistant coaches.
We always say that they say all these things that you can and can't do because of Tyler. He's gotten in trouble a few times at games, so they always like, you can't do this, you got to be good.
I was actually at a football playoff game, and this was when Dave Cadis was AD at Clarion, and I saw people violate it, and really got to give a lot to credit to Dave, because Dave enforced that PIAA rule, which was really nice to see.
All right, so here we go. The anthem coming up, and we'll give a listen to our national anthem here. Clarion High School, Central Clarion, Redbank tonight here in wrestling action. Again, glad you could be with us. We have our introductions now coming up.
and John Morris. And from Central Clarion, Jacob Henry. At 172 from Redbank, Devin Barkley. And from Central Clarion, we have Ethan Rex, Cole Keel, and Mason Gorley. 189 from Redbank, Jonathan Slack and Jeremiah Harmon. And from Central Clarion, Rudy Shepherd and Jacob Baker. At 215 from Redbank, Schaefer Garrett. Garrett Schaefer, sorry, and from Central Clarion, Matt Olson and Gavin Hamill. At 285, Redbank Valley is no entry, and from Central Clarion, Josh Cleo. The Wildcats are coached by head coach Ron Gorley, assisted by Hunter Bird, and the Bulldogs are coached by the head coach Mike.
Well, there we go. We had a chance there. I think everyone could kind of hear as we were going down through. There are a few that could change here, so I just got the first names down, but we'll work. Start at the 114 match, Burns and Ferguson. Redbank, Caden Burns and Caden Ferguson. So a couple Cadens going at it here.
Yeah, and Mike Kundick will shuffle that lineup and in match. He makes in-match adjustments on who he sends out. So you've got to remain sharp. It could be any one of those guys that go out for one of those weights.
Again, want to thank Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, our title sponsor for wrestling here on EYT Media. Explore Clarion, Explore Jefferson, PA, Explore Venango, D9Sports.com. It's all part of the big family. Next week, we'll have girls wrestling coming from Redbank. It'll be the first ever District 9 match, as you said.
Yep, I believe it will be the first District 9 duel. I think we're going to be starting at 114, no contest at 107. Battle of the Cadens.
Caden Burns, I have him at 7-9. Take a look here for Ferguson.
It's Wide Aaron versus Caden Burns. Or no, it's Ferguson versus Caden Burns. Sorry.
Yep. It's underway here.
Now, Caden Burns is from Union. Redbank Valley co-ops with Union for wrestling, which a lot of people aren't aware of. But Caden Burns is a Union student.
Burns picks up a couple points there on the reverse.
Yeah, the 2-point takedown there, and now it looks like he's working on a tight waist on Ferguson. Ferguson going to try to get hand control, get up and out. Burns going to try to tighten that up and hopefully try to go for a tilt. As I mentioned pre-match, Ferguson has placed at 2 tournaments this year, a 5th at the D9 League and the 8th at Mercer 2 weeks ago.
I think you said he was battling injuries the last couple years and at full strength here this year.
Yeah. This is the first time he wrestled 15 matches last year, but it seemed like for some reason, if I remember correctly, his season ended a little early.
About 30 seconds to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Burns working on the turn, but Caden standing tough. Now Burns does have Ferguson broken down, flat on the mat, trying to work that half in.
Still about 15 seconds.
Yeah, Ferguson trying to get that hand. Okay, see if Burns can do anything.
Burns up here 2-0. And it'll be Burns here after the first up 2-0.
Okay, and Ferguson has choice. Ferguson is first choice. Burns selects to start on his feet. sort of a shrewd move by Burns. He did have the takedown. He feels better on his feet than he does underneath or on top. So there he goes right in for another double.
Oh, he picks him up, takes him right down.
Yeah, nice double leg that he had. Now he's cut Caden loose. Cut Caden Ferguson loose. Going for another takedown, another double leg. Guy has a nice double leg. Playing a little bit of catch and release right now.
6-1, Burns up.
Wouldn't be surprised if Burns cuts him again, lets him up, tries to maximize his takedown points. Burns is a sophomore, Ferguson a senior. Again, okay, Burns cuts right here.
Go ahead.
So Burns feels pretty good on his feet. That's obviously where he thinks his advantage is going to come from this match.
Shoots in.
Okay, again, trying to get that double leg. Oh, just bold. That was just a brute strength move.
Now
Ferguson reverses the takedown.
But now Burns back on top.
Okay, a takedown for two, a quick reversal, and another reversal.
Well, what happened there in a couple seconds?
That was a flurry, and Ferguson looked like he had him almost in a pinning combination.
So 8-4, we'll go to the third. First match here at 114. And Caden Burns, Caden Ferguson battling. Burns leads Ferguson 8-4. All right. Now we're ready.
Okay, Ferguson opted to start on his feet this time. So after that takedown clinic, Burns has been putting on. Burns in on another takedown attempt. Trying to at least get that save. Oh, a headlock. It transitioned off the leg into a headlock for another takedown.
So 10-4 is the score.
Okay, now if you're Ferguson, you have to be thinking about the possibility of a major. An 8-point, if he could go up by 8 points, that would give him a major decision, give his team a 4-0 lead. If he wins right now, it would be a 3-0. Okay, so he cuts. Okay, so he'll go for a takedown here. Try to make it 12-15, and then you'll see one more catch and release if this plays out the way I think it will. There's a double leg. Ooh, out of bounds.
Yep, just out of there. 54 seconds.
Okay, so Burns will be looking for a takedown. Ferguson, I'm sure, would like to upset the party right here. Okay, right now just pushing there. Burns in on another double leg.
We'll get another two there.
Okay, now 12-5, he's up by 7. I would not be surprised if he cuts him. Right here it is. And go for a takedown, looking for the major bonus point decision. And there he gets a takedown with about 10 seconds on the clock. And that'll make the score 14-6.
I think that's where it's going to end.
So that will give Redbank Valley a 4-0 lead. He gets bonus points on that with the 8-point victory.
So there we go. 114 is in the books. Caden Burns, the winner, 14-6 over Caden Ferguson. With 121, we have Daniel Evans and Wyatt Aaron. We'll see if that holds true.
Evans is a senior. Wyatt Aaron, I believe, is a freshman. Yeah, Wyatt Aaron's a freshman. Daniel Evans is a senior.
Working there, just off the mat this time. Have to come back to the center.
Now, Wyatt, even though he is a freshman, has placed in 3 tournaments this year, has a 13-17 record. Ooh, Evans with the takedown.
I see Evans, 15 and 11.
And the thing about Evans, I've watched Evans all season. Evans can put up a lot of points real quick. That's what's impressed me about Daniel. He's a quick wrestler. He can put up a lot of points.
Off the mat again.
Evans placed 7th at the Hickory tournament, which was weekend of December 1st and 2nd, the first weekend of the season, and was 3rd at the D9 League tournament at the beginning of the month. He went with the optional start, allowed the escape.
Oh, he's got him on his back here.
And then went right to the takedown.
Wow, Aaron fighting to get out of there.
There the referee calls the takedown.
So 5-1, Evans.
Okay, and they must have given him some near fall points. 3 near fall points. Okay. Aaron escapes again.
Evans shooting in.
Okay. Evans will look for another takedown.
Yep, they'll give him the 2. 9-2.
9-2. Like I said, Evans can put up a lot of points in a hurry. Wouldn't be. Ooh, good. Going to keep control. Okay, Evans escape, or Heron escapes Wyatt.
$11-3 here. That's the end of the first. 11-3.
Okay, and Evans will have choice. I imagine Evans will want to start on his feet. Yep.
So it is Daniel Evans and Wyatt Aaron.
Yeah. Evans wants to start on his feet. Evans, 3. He's getting into the point for a point where he could go for the tech fall, which would be winning by a margin of 15. Aaron sort of has both feet wrapped up. Evans will be fighting for control. Right now, it's a wash. And the referee called a stalemate. Nobody was advancing their position. Didn't see any.
Stuck there.
Yep.
That was going right on the attack.
Yeah. A little bit of a reach there, but he comes through with the takedown.
Keep him on the circle there. Yep, was close.
And he gives him 2 back points, 2 near fall points.
You said it about Evans. Boy, 13-3. A lot of points quickly.
Yeah, it's 15-3. The referee was, or the
score was delayed there.
Yeah, he's going to cut Aaron. Well, it looked like he was going to cut Aaron loose, but maybe not. Okay, there, Aaron gets the escape. Okay, Evans will be looking for a takedown. Okay, nothing so far. Nobody.
Nope.
Okay, Aaron shoots in. He reverses that shot.
Trying to get him rolled there. Boy, kicking out of there is Aaron.
And that was actually. That's actually 16.
They've scored 18-4.
takedown 2.
13 seconds here in the period.
And that is the tech fall right
there.
there.
Yep, 20-4. So Daniel Evans gets the win for Redbank Valley over Wide. Aaron?
That gives Redbank Valley a 9-0 lead. They've been getting bonus points in both their matches. And that's what they're going to need to do. Clarion's going to wrestle tough. Redbank Valley's going to look to amass the bonus points.
Next match at 127, we have Aiden Adams and Grayson Aaron. I believe that'll stay the same. We'll get a note if not.
And it is Aaron and Adams.
Adams for Redbank and Aaron for Central Clarion.
Aiden Adams coming on as the season progressed. Okay, right now they're getting nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised to see referee call a stalemate there. It used to be, when I wrestled, and I'm old, you used to try to sprawl out and counter it with a sprawl, but now they're into, it's more a funk wrestling, where they're not afraid to drape over each other and try to control from that way. It would have been unorthodox when I wrestled, but again, I wrestled back in the 80s, so this sport has changed drastically in the 30, 40 years. I mean,
back in the dark ages.
Back in the dark ages, yeah. Now they'll go right to the funk, where they'll try to grab a leg or a limb as they come past on the takedown attempt.
Off the bat, bring it back to the middle. 80s, that wasn't like in Greece when they wrestled. You had to do it without clothes or anything. No, you were dressed.
We had to wear clothes. That was actually back in the day when you still wore tights to wrestle.
Yep.
And our uniform was like the tights were like flannel, and I know the singlet did not breathe.
Still no score in this one between Adams and Aaron.
Okay, has the tie tried to go off a trip. Aaron countered that trip attempt for a takedown with 30 seconds left in the period.
Yep, he'll pick up a couple of points.
That was a real nice counter. Okay, now the goal is to break him down, break Aiden Adams down. Adams gets his escape with less than 10, another takedown.
So 4-1 here. 4.8 seconds first period here between Adams and Aaron.
That was a nice reshot. Adams got up. Instead of letting him get comfortable on his feet, Grayson Aaron went right back in on him. Okay, Aaron getting caution. Referee didn't like the way somebody was set up there.
And there's the end of the first period. 4-1 as Grayson Aaron leads Aiden Adams.
Okay, it looked like Aaron deferred. Adams chooses down. This is another thing that's changed from when I wrestled. You used to always choose up because it was assumed in control. Now guys more often than not choose down because you get that point for the escape. Sort of a different mindset. And that's one thing, wrestling's the oldest sport in the world, but wrestling is also a sport that evolves. It's just like any other sport. A lot of people look at it and they just see two guys rolling around, but the evolution of the sport is, it's just like any other sport. It evolves. It used to be you wanted to push away and keep space between you and your guy. Now you want to be in tight on your guy, which is a change in thinking.
Guys are still battling here, still 4-1 with 1:20.
Looks like Adams trying to reach back with that headlock. And, Aaron having nothing to do it. Aaron putting his head in the pit, try to get that tilt that way.
Right on the edge.
And referee's going to call him out of bounds. You know, I watch so much college wrestling. The one thing I really don't like about high school is the out of bounds rule, because college, that would have kept on going. Here it's, I believe, 50% and the whistle's called. College, if you have a toe in, they're going to continue the action. Okay, Adams tries to sit out on Aaron. Aaron sucks him back. Another suck back. If he sucks him back hard enough, he'll actually be able to pull Adams onto his back. Adams is trying to come to his feet and get up, but Aaron's doing a good job of controlling this match from the top right now.
Adams still leads here 4-1, or Aaron still leads here 4-1. 27 seconds.
You know, if we had a riding clock, Aaron would be picking up a lot of riding time, but that's college again. But Adams is doing Aaron is doing a nice job of controlling Adams, and he's going to get him for that flinch. Going to caution Adams. Adams tried to get a little bit of a head start there.
And tries to get out of there.
Oh, keeps a hold of that leg. Close. Again, he worked himself up into a nice position where he can go for that mat return. That was a key. It would have been so easy to let him escape, but he astutely kept a hold of that leg, and that enabled him to keep control, get behind.
15 seconds for 1 as Aaron leads Adams in the 127 bout here at Central Clarion. Adams tried that roll there.
Yeah, tried to roll his way out of it.
Into the second, 4-1 still here with Aaron leading.
Okay, couldn't see what Aaron chose. Okay, Aaron's choosing to start on the bottom. Okay, Adams is going to have to start scoring some points. He has 2 minutes in a 3-point hole. Locks that foot in. He's going to try for a tilt. Go with a power half there. Going to try to expose the back from this position. Get him, break that 45-degree plane. Still has that leg in. Legs out, throws it in again.
Trying to roll him here.
Yeah, Adams has to be content with more than riding. He has to try to roll. Aaron coming up, and now we get into that funk position. And Aaron scores the reversal.
6-1 now for Aaron with 1:10 to go.
And he's going to get some swipe. Oh, a pin!
109 in the third as Aaron gets the pin.
So the pin comes at 4:51. Puts Clarion, draws Clarion within 3, 6-9. A very nice match by Grace and Aaron right there. They went right into that reversal, right into the pinning combination.
At 133, we have listed Tristan Johnston and Logan Powell for Clarion. See if that holds true here, I believe.
Definitely Johnston. Johnston is a sophomore, and it is Logan Powell.
All right, so far.
Powell with the quick takedown.
Team score here is 9-6 in favor of Redbank.
Tristan Johnson's a sophomore. He's come on this year. He's definitely improved from last year. The thing is, you're wrestling Powell, one of the more accomplished wrestlers on Clarion's team. Braun Gorley always talks about how Powell works so hard, and he does. He wrestles all summer long. He is definitely a force. He had a good weekend at Ultimate Warrior tournament last weekend, which is probably one of the toughest tournaments in the state of PA in season, and he finished third.
Still 2-0 here, fighting with about a minute to go in this first period. Powell with the points.
And the referee has his hands ready to give him 3. Before he can do that, though, he's going to give Powell the chance to pin him before he awards those points. And Powell has him on his back. He worked that bar.
That comes with 46 seconds to go in this first period.
And, you know, I talked to Logan earlier this season, and Logan told me he's been working on that bar, and that bar paid off for him right there. A nice quick pin. Okay, now we have Brendan Wright out for Central Clarion.
We're waiting on Colton Cicerelli. We'll see if that holds.
Okay, Wright is a movement guy. Wright has a lot of movement. He is wrestling Cicerelli.
He goes right at him.
Okay, cuts him. Wright feels pretty confident on his feet, and then he gets that takedown right away again.
You said Wright really working quickly.
Wright is a high-energy wrestler. He will go after it. Sometimes, you know, when you do wrestle that quick, it's a little bit hard to stay in control at all times because you get so much momentum going. But Wright doing a good job staying back. He is going to go with the optional start, which means he's going to leave Cicerelli up and then, well, maybe. Usually they leave him up and then go for the takedown there. Was the escape. Wright looking for the single leg. Now he switches off. Going to try to work that underhook. He has an underhook there.
Oh, he's got him turned.
Going to use that underhook, trying to go right into that pinning combination.
And the official right there, it's close.
He has plenty of time. He just needs to settle. Go chest to chest with him.
Cicerelli did a good job to fight off that.
Yeah, I think Wright just needed a little more chest to chest, and he would have had that. But Cicerelli, give him all the credit. He did fight it off. Right in on another takedown.
At 9-3 now, right, with 11 seconds.
He should. See, Cicerelli has a hold of that. There, he's going to give it to him. And that takedown came with under 3 seconds left.
11-3 here for Brendan Wright over Colton Cicerelli.
Wright had the choice, and he opts to start down, so Brendan Wright going to look to come up and out.
Cicerelli on top here.
Cicerelli, he's starting to slide a little high, and Wright rolls right out of it.
You get 2 points there for the reverse.
Yeah, Wright sent Cicerelli. You could see when Cicerelli's hips, you got to stay hip to hip in a position like that. His hips started to slide slightly up the back, and that's when Wright felt that and he hit that roll.
Minute 20 to go in the second, Wright with that 13-4 lead.
Cicerelli in with the single leg. Now Wright's going to go funk. Right now he's setting up where he can come around with the takedown if he can get that leg free. That's all he needs to do, get that leg free. Oh! Okay, Cicerelli makes it work for him with the takedown.
50 seconds.
Well played by Colton Cicerelli. Colton is a junior. Junior versus senior, Wright senior. Okay, Wright.
Maybe just a dangerous
potentially dangerous call.
That was Tyler's mantra when he wrestled in high school up at North Clarion. He was always potentially dangerous. 30 seconds. That's a good one. 13-6 here with Wright.
Yeah, Cicerelli starting to make a little bit of a comeback, starting to make some inroads into that lead. And Cicerelli will have choice to start. He's trying to work that bar. He needs to flatten the guy out. Wright tries to roll. Cicerelli did a good job of rolling with him right there. Kept tight to him and went.
And that'll be the end of the second period. 13-6 as Brendan Wright leads Colton Cicerelli. But you said Cicerelli will have the option here.
And Cicerelli picks bottom. Not a surprise there.
Now, if you're right, do you let him out?
The way Wright has 3 takedowns to 1, and that's exactly, it looked like that's what Wright was going to do. He started with that optional start, but I wouldn't be surprised if Wright can't get a tilt right away, if he lets Cicerelli up. And see, Cicerelli managed to get some separation, and that's why that roll almost worked. Well, Wright looks like he's gonna try to ride this out. Cicerelli arching that back and to try to come around in a reverse. He has. Wright goes right with him though. That's what you got to do. You got to keep your hips back and ride with him. Wright has a bar in.
Still 13-6 with 1:10.
Okay, Cicerelli fighting for hand control now, trying to get Wright's hands clear the hands. That's what's going to need. He's going to need to get the escape, and he did clear the hands there, and he's on his feet.
So 13-7, 55 seconds.
Okay, Wright again with that. Gets the takedown.
Got him on his back.
Right into the pinning combination. Plenty of time.
Still 37 seconds. Wright trying to get him shoulders down on the mat.
Right now, I think it's just a matter of time. There it is.
Comes with 24 seconds to go in the third.
Clarion's third straight pin makes it 18-9. Clarion a little bit of a pinning streak right now.
Yeah. What do you call that? In bowling, you get 3 strikes. It's called a turkey. What's it called in 3 pins? We'll have to come up with some name for it.
3 consecutive pins. Hard to believe.
I was waiting for you to come up with some cute name or something.
Hard to believe I moonlight as a writer, huh? with that font of creativity.
Next one we have is that Sheftick?
It's Caleb Hunter against Case Powell.
Okay, so it's Caleb Hunter. This is the 145 match.
Caleb Hunter, a sophomore. Powell with the takedown.
They're just about, they're off the circle. 2-0 here in favor of Powell.
Battle with sophomores here. Battle with sophomores. Looks like Hunter must have made 145. They had him listed at 152, but his weight must have been good. Okay, escape there. Oh, nice forceful. Nice forceful takedown.
3-2. Hunter leads.
That was brought some excitement to the crowd.
Hunter's got him on his back.
Okay, now Hunter doesn't want to get too high. Hunter's got to settle in right now. You don't want to keep coming forward. Eventually, you're going to lose your advantage. Settle back. Oh, potentially dangerous. Gives him 3 points, but I don't think the referee liked the way the shoulder was going.
It said it was up into his face, into the nose.
I think what happened there is, he torqued it out. If you notice, Hunter kept going forward and forward to where he was almost in front of the guy's head. And that's going to take the shoulder out of position all the time. What Hunter should have done is backed up a little and then settled in instead of kept going forward. But
keep more of that pressure, more on the neck chest area.
Yeah, and by getting out of position, he sort of stopped his pinning attempt midstream.
I think it's interesting too. You talk about it, and you can see, as you talked about some of the changes in wrestling with these wrestlers wanting to be so close together, getting the feel, and I think that must be a big part of learning to wrestle, is getting the feel of when a guy's making a move, your reaction, what it needs to be. And that is all just in touch. It's got to become instinct almost.
I'm around Clarion wrestling quite a bit, and we're talking D1 athletes, some of the best in the nation. And a lot of those guys, they go by that sense of feel, because if you have to think about it, what's happening to you, it's going to be too late. So they learn that. They can feel when somebody's getting high, somebody's moving out of position. It looked like somebody did spring a leak. Little blood, hard to say who it was.
Yeah, they have it all wiped up, so it's good to go. 6-2 here is the score, with Hunter leading Powell.
Okay, Powell gets his escape. I tell you what, the way Hunter has been taking down, I mean, here we go. We got him in a takedown, right into a pinning combination.
See, he's not as high this time, I see.
Now he's got to just settle back, just lay right on him. Right there it was. Right there it is. Right there's your pin. But of course the referee can't see what we can see.
Yeah, he was on the other side that time.
Okay, settle back. Hunter needs to settle back.
And that's the end of the period. Wow, 8-3. Yeah, Hunter kind of looked up and said, I think I had him.
Okay, Powell defers. Hunter takes a try. I'd take up, and that's exactly what Hunter did. Caleb Hunter, confident in his takedown abilities. Young man wrestling with confidence, right in on a double. Said they were out of bounds.
Yep.
Right in on that double, no hesitation.
(11-3) here, Hunter leads.
Okay, both sort of feeling each other out right now. Okay. Powell with the Powell with the takedown.
Powell trying to get him turned. Off the mat again. Well, off the circle. So you said in college I would just continue. That
would have continued at that point. Believe it or not, even though it's a circle, that we refer to that area as the edge.
Okay.
It's a circle. And what people want to remember is that circle is a cylinder. It extends all the way to the ceiling. Okay.
Powell pushing.
Powell coming at him with the bar. He's getting some swipes. He's going to get at least two.
And Hunter able to get out of that. He'll get two, does Powell.
And then Hunter got two for a reverse. And a big headlock for the takedown.
Still looking. Powell working it. 37 seconds. There's the pin.
Wow. That was just a flurry of action there.
And Hunter was leading 14-7. Powell coming back to get that pin, and heard the Redbank crowd pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, that he got that. It went too near fall. Powell or Hunter almost immediately got the reversal. Howe got the escape, went right for the takedown into the pinning combination. That took approximately, Mike, from the reversal, that took about 30 seconds. That's how quick that went.
Next one, I believe we have Jordan Smith, and it's either Caleb, or this will be Holden Sparks, because Hunter just wrestled.
It's Sheftick. Jaden.
Oh, it's Sheftick, so they moved him down. Jaden.
So Sheftick and Jordan Smith.
Okay. Well, always changes here, so just we want to make sure we're correct.
Takedown 2 with escape 1.
Smith and Sheftick here. We are at the 152 mark.
Okay, another escape.
Oh, and now here's Smith trying to roll Sheftick.
I think what happened is Sheftick was just taken down, and
there's a pin.
1 minute in. I think what Sheftick was doing was taken down. He wasn't getting the position he wanted for the pinning combination, so he let Jaden Sheftick up and then take down, trying to get that setup he wanted.
So Smith with the pin there. Redbank Valley with the lead here, 21-18. Go to the 160 match. Nolan Barnett and Jake Henry.
Now,
Barnett for Redbank, Henry for Clarion.
This could be a good one. This is one I'm looking forward to. Jacob Henry, it's Drew Byers.
Is it Byers?
It's Byers for Redbank Valley.
Okay.
Jacob Henry's a big move guy. What's interesting about Jacob is he has a tendency to dig himself a little bit of a hole and then work out of it. But he's one of those guys that lives by the big move, dies by the big move. Sophomore, quietly, I think, won 20 matches last year. He's 21-10. Oh, a takedown right into a pinning combination.
Henry on top here.
He got to do something to the head. There it is.
Henry, a quick pin.
We are at a Pinnapalooza. That is the 6th pin in a row.
Yeah, 4 for Clarion, 2 there for Redbank. We'll have to come up with names for like 3, and then if you do the combination.
Okay, see who's coming out. This looks like Rex for Clarion.
Weckerly was listed for Redbank.
This is Rex against JT Morris.
Okay.
Morris is a wrestler for Redbank that's really impressed me. JT, he's a freshman, 14-10. I've watched enough Redbank wrestling this year. He has progressively gotten better this season. Ethan Rex came out for the team slightly after. He had the double underhooks, tried to get to throw. Ethan Rex came out for the team just slightly after the season started, 11-14 record.
It's underway here, minute and a half to go in the first.
Freshman versus freshman. Be interesting to see if Rex loads up for another throw. If you see those double underhooks go in. Could it be a traditional fireman's carry almost? Okay, Rex got a little funk. Okay, now see how he got up high, and JT Morris allowed to work up. Rex is going to try to keep a hold of that back leg. Get that hand in there, break the hold, stalemate.
Reset, still no score.
Okay, pseudo shot in there by Rex.
30 seconds to go here in the first.
Okay, both tied up a little bit. You don't want to ride that tie too long. You don't want to just hang there. Rex with a burst. Morris looks like he countered it.
5 seconds on the clock here. They're tied up again, and I think that's where we'll end it with no score. Go to the second. So Ethan Rex and JT Morris.
Rex will have choice. He defers. Morris goes. What's interesting is, you'd think a 0-0 period, but both of them took multiple shots. They just couldn't convert it. Rex came close, but he was right on the edge there and was out of bounds. Okay, now he's going to put in, trying for that 3/4. Has a half in right now. Trying to, Morris up to his feet. Rex with the return. Morris in position. Morris had almost what we would call a switch, where he was going to try to come across underneath. I think Rex's weight thwarted that attempt.
Still no score in this one with a minute 17.
Okay, Morris with strong mat return by Rex there when Morris tried to get to his feet.
Minute to go here in the second. Rex looking for a hold here. These two are battling.
Yeah. Morris trying to get to his feet. Rex countering every attempt. Okay, see if he can make that leg work for him. Okay, he's going to try to come through. Rex got a hold of that foot. I was going to say, if Rex slips on that foot, Morris will come through.
29 seconds.
Okay, and I think he just gave Morris a point for an illegal hold.
Yep.
Gave him a penalty point. Okay.
Center, yeah.
Rex looked like Rex trying for a spladle here.
Down to 5. And I think that's where we'll end it here, 1-0. Well, here we go. Third.
Rex will take bottom. Exactly. Right here he goes. Okay, somebody's bleeding.
Get everything cleaned up and checked out.
Can't be afraid to get a little blood on you every once in a while when you're wrestling.
Yeah. That was always one of those sports I always laughed back during COVID. They would wrestle and then they wouldn't let them shake hands. And I'm going, what?
Yeah,
they were just like all over each other on the wrestling mat.
Well, I remember, back, now the trainers wear gloves and everything.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, I mean, obviously the sport's improved for the better, but yeah, now much more concerned about the safety, health and safety.
Yeah.
But yeah, that COVID thing was kind of. Different.
Quite. So here we go in the third.
Okay, now Rex hit a switch to come up. Try to return him to the mat. Get his reversal. Yep.
That's got a 2-1 now.
Yep, he came up with hit the switch, came up on their feet, and then just did a simple mat return. Morris tried to sit out of it.
They're off the edge.
Yeah, off the edge.
Off the circle.
And the minute anybody touches the floor, even in college, all action stops.
Okay. So it's not like pro wrestling and grab chairs.
Nope. And you can sort of run them into the table, but they really frown on that. But you can make like, oh, my momentum carried me there. Sorry.
Got a good one here. Rex with a 2-1 lead. 1:10 to go here in the third. Clarion up by 3 in the team points.
If Rex can get a tilt here, that could be the deciding. Morris, of course, going to try to work to his feet. He's trying to establish that base. He gets up to his knees, but that's about all the further he can come. And he better watch it because he's about to go over 45.
40 seconds. Rex up 2-1.
Okay, this is your Rex. You're going to try to make yourself as heavy as possible right now. Go hip to hip. Stalemate. Oh, called stalling on Rex. The referee must not have thought Rex was trying to advance his position enough. Hit him with the stalling. You got to be careful now. You don't want another one.
Rex flipping him. Here we go. 20 seconds.
Okay, so Rex doesn't want to ride too parallel right now because that'll set up a stall. Try to get slightly perpendicular, which he is now.
Well, if he gets called for stalling twice, is that points then?
That's a point, yeah. So he wants to, but he's doing enough now. He should have, the ref, that knee, I didn't like that position, did enough.
Yeah, Rex is going to win it here 2-1. What a match. Went the distance.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. So now 27-21.
Yeah, even Dan Evans got that technical fall in the second period, so we haven't seen a match go the distance since the first one.
Wow, it's been moving right along.
Yeah, this is all you could ask for as a fan. It looks like Jonathan Slack for Redbank Valley.
Is it Shetler?
I'd imagine it'd be Rudy Shetler on senior night.
We're at the 189 match right now.
And it is Shetler Slack. Slack's another one that's impressed me. Redbank Valley has talent. They just need to get experience.
You guys are moving around down there.
And that's one thing Coach Kundik always tells me. They just need to get mat time. They need to get that experience. Okay, Shetler has a record of 9-13. Slack an even 10-10.
Pretty even.
Yeah. Yeah, Slack's improved from this year to last. Okay, Shetler going to go with the headlock. Just got out-muscled there.
Yeah, Slack able to get some points, 4-1.
And the pin. Gets the pin, 59 seconds. Now, that ties our match up, 27-27. Now, what's Mike going to do? Coach Kundik doesn't have a heavyweight tonight. So, with no heavyweight, Clarion, if Garrett Schaefer can pin Matt Alston, that would send it to criteria. But to have a hope, Schaefer's going to need to pin Alston. Anything less, Clarion has 6 points coming to him. Matt Alston, a solid wrestler. Last year was his first season. He's 17-7 this year. He's really come along. Schaefer's a senior, 10-10. Alston's a tough wrestler, a gritty wrestler. And to make the jump he did from last year to having a 17-7 record, that's pretty impressive.
Still no score here. 1:15 to go in the first. The guys are feeling each other out here.
Austin was in a similar position earlier this year in Brookville. As long as he didn't get pinned, Clarion was going to win the match. And he fought it off, gave up a technical fall, but he didn't get pinned. He did what he needed to do against a very good opponent, Gavin Hanna. Schaefer going to go for the pin, but Matt's a tough wrestler. Matt's tough to pin.
And they're off the edge there of the circle. .44 seconds, still no score.
Heavy hands, Schaefer. Schaefer just trying to wear Alston's head down. Oh, the guy had him in a front headlock there. Very briefly had Alston in a front head.
29 seconds here in the first, still no score. 27-27 team point tie.
I think if it would go to criteria, Clarion would have the victory. The first criteria is most wins. Clarion right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They would have 6 with the forfeit.
Still no score here as we go to the second.
Alston defers. He got to start on his feet. He knows he needs that pin. Actually, it would make it 6-6 if it goes to criteria. Then you have to start going down the list. Alston right now just proving to be an immovable object.
Yeah, both of these guys, boy, I'll tell you what, just lots of, like you said, heavy hands.
Schaefer is working more up top, where if you see Alston going in more of the legs. Now here he's trying to work up top. But Alston has taken 2 shots in on the leg. And again, he feinted at the leg.
At a 10, no score yet. They're off the edge here again.
Schaefer's going for that throw. He just hasn't been able to get himself in position for that throw. Alston hasn't allowed it.
Just under a minute. Boy, I'll tell you what, this has been right at each other too. Just no score here. Both these guys fighting hard.
Well, I don't know what Garrett is on his football team, but I know Alston's a lineman. It's always nice to see linemen acquit themselves well. See, he has that one underhook, and then he's trying to go over top. Now,
29 seconds.
Oh, Alston in on a takedown, in on a single. Got in on that, nice. It went right in. Schaefer going to try to fight another period. Oh, Alston with a big double leg takedown.
Trying to turn him, 6 seconds.
And he's going to get I think the referee signaling 2 back points.
So there you go, as Alston's going to go into the third period with the lead.
Alston's going to take bottom, and that makes a lot of sense. Because, as we said, Schaefer needs the pin for Redbank Valley to have a chance tonight. If I was Schaefer, I would let him up, knowing I need the pin. That way, it gives you more time to work.
Yeah, 2 minutes can be a long time, and it can be a short time. There's the escape there, the point. Minute 35.
I'm not sure. Did the ref put his fist up in the air?
I couldn't tell.
Okay, you got to be cognizant that there's still plenty of time to get some stall calls, even though you sort of want to keep your distance if you're Alston a little bit. Look busy. Garrett tries to throw by, Garrett Schaefer.
At the edge again, come back to the middle, minute 10 to go here, 5-0 Alston.
Okay, this is two big old bulls.
Under a minute. On that edge again. You see Schaefer, he's going to have to make something happen now.
Yeah, he's keeps going upper body, and Alston knows it's coming. Alston knows that's what he wants to do. Okay, it looks like Schaefer got his head into Alston's head by accident when he was moving in there right off the whistle. A little unintentional headbutt. Out of bounds.
30 seconds here, and Alston trying to hold on. He's up 5-0. Schaefer on the attack.
He got the double underhooks. Oh, he fell on that. He lost his grip.
Alston trying to get him turned. 13 seconds. 9 seconds.
Okay, Alston just settle in now. He's going to come out of this with at least backs.
So 7-0 as Alston will win.
Actually, it's going to be 10.
Will be 10.
Yeah, the referee just gave back points, 10-0. I believe he did. Yes, there the referee or the scorekeeper just put him up. That makes it 31-27 if my math is correct. I'm a speech therapist, not a math guy. So Josh Beal getting his forfeit, making it 38-27. That was a close one.
Wow, that was good.
That was a good match. That was a good match.
Well, I think hopefully you enjoyed that at home. And again, Central Clarion's going to come out with that 37-27 win here tonight. And it was Penn City. And I was just going to say, if you need to get some coaches or whatever, you're more than welcome to do that as we wrap things up.
This was all you could ask for in a wrestling match, Mike. I'd like to put in a plug for Thursday night. Going to be talking to Coach Gorley and 3 of his wrestlers on the new Coaches Talk Show. And I'll be back with you next week.
That's right. That'll be the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show from the Haskell House. So you'll be there on Thursday night?
Yep.
All right. That sounds fantastic.
Hey, great working with you, Mike.
Great working with you, too. Ken always does a fantastic job, so knowledgeable about the sport. And we're going to wrap things up here. I know Ken needs to go down. He'll talk to coaches and things like that, which I'm used to with you guys that have to do all this other stuff. All right, so Ken will be back with us coming up next week as well. Thursday night he'll be on the sports show. Next week he'll be with me as we go down for the girls' wrestling match at Redbank Valley. Again, in the first match there was no match at 107. At 114 it was Burns over Ferguson. Redbank led 4-0. Evans then beat Aaron 20-4. It was 9-0 Redbank Valley. 127 match. That's where the pin started. Aaron with the pin, 9-6. And then Powell with the pin at 133 on Tristan Johnston. Made it 12-9 Clarion. Brendan Wright with the pin with just a couple seconds left in that third period over Cicerelli. It was a good match, 18-9. Redbank with a couple of pins in a row. Jace Powell, 145 over Caleb Hunter. That pin came in the second period with about 36 seconds to go. 18-15 was the score at that point, Clarion. Jordan Smith with the pin over Jaden Sheftick. That was with 59 seconds to go in the first period. That was at the 152 match, 21-18 Redbank. Drew Byers and Henry went at it. Henry with the pin on Byers with 1:13 to go in the first. 24-21 Clarion. Then Ethan Rex Boy, that one went right down to the wire. A 2-1 win for Rex over Morris. 27-21 Clarion there. Slack with the pin over 27. We were tied. Schaefer needed a pin to give Redbank the chance, but wasn't able to do that. It was Alston, a 10-0 win over Schaefer to make it 31-27, and then Beal gets the forfeit to finish up the match at 285. And that's where we're at, 37-27 in favor of Clarion. So that'll do it for us tonight. I want to thank everybody along the way. We do want to thank Kenn Staub, does a fantastic job. He's so knowledgeable. It's great to have him on the broadcast. And our engineer over here, Tyler Oakes, did a fantastic job getting all those cameras set up and all of the stuff that he did here tonight to make this possible. It's Mike Kalinowski bidding you a pleasant good night from Clarion. And we will see you again on Thursday night. It's the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show coming from the Haskell House. And that'll do it for us. Luton's Wrestling is right here on the EYT Media Network. Have a great night, folks. We'll see you again Thursday.
Have a great day.